Welcome to The Wandering Bard. I am Jeremy Grafe. And, for those of you who aren't in the U.S., thank you for adapting to our change of clocks. If you are in the U.S., you are struggling with daylight savings time, unless you live in Arizona. It is,
Rules
it gets
don't
dark
apply.
quickly here now, or so it feels that way.
Yes, we're adjusting.
Yep.
Not well. That's okay.
Oh, well. We do like our longer evenings, the two of us.
It's true. It's true.
So, if you are in the U.S., in addition to daylight savings time, we have an election tomorrow. So I hope each and every one of you is registered to vote if you are of age and a citizen. And I hope that you will get out tomorrow and make sure that you cast your ballot. I feel, as perhaps many of you do, that there is a lot riding on this particular election. So hopefully we will have a positive result at the end of the day. And by that, I'm really hoping that Kamala Harris wins because, well, there's a long list of reasons. And if you've been paying attention to the news, those should be, I think, fairly obvious. But in any case, I do hope you will vote because it is an important part of how our society works. So, without intending to, I have a few songs that are expressing some of my feelings about how I hope the election goes tonight. Not really entirely intentional. There were a couple songs that were on purpose, but many were not. I think that will be a through line through tonight's show. We'll have a couple conversations. We've had a few trips happen. Over the weekend, we went to go and visit Lori's mom in southern Delaware, and there were some adventures that ensued. We will be talking a bit about that. And I'll be reporting in on the state of... I'm recording an album. For those of you who are tuning in, maybe you haven't been around in a little while. I've been talking about trying to get this album recorded for a long time. And between being out on the road performing at Ren Fairs and recording the Lemning album last fall around this time, a lot of my recording time hasn't really worked. The upshot is I have a whole lot of new songs to add. So I'll be reporting in on that in a little bit, but I think I would like to play one of the songs that will be on the coming album. Those of you with an interest in world music may recognize that this is based on an old Bulgarian folk tune about the voivod named Boyana, who rose to become a warlord when her 7 brothers could not or would not. And I've adapted it slightly, writing English lyrics for one, for two, changing the protagonist to one that I know a bit better. So... Glistening in twilight ship.
The cough is extra tonight.
Yeah, so good times.
All the things. So Matt and I we shared a birthday yesterday. So
Oh
I
yeah.
just want to say, hey Matt, happy birthday!
Happy
yeah,
birthday, Matt.
twin. And did you do anything special for your birthday? And if anybody else's birthday is coming up, just let us know. It's just Matt and I share the same birthday. Well, the same day.
Same day.
Birthday day.
I suspect you might be a year or two apart.
Just a year or two. It's no big deal.
That's right. Yeah. So over the weekend, we went down to Southern Delaware to visit Lori's mom, and I mean that's always cool because we get to hang out in Rehoboth a little bit, and went to one of our favorite little bookstores, and I bought a copy of Chris Buhlman's The Lesser Dead, which is a really cool vampire story. I read it, as some of you know, I'm an avid reader, and I'll say the book went down smooth. There were some really wonderful surprises. One of the things that it advertises on the jacket is it is not romantic glitter and soppy vampire story. They're monsters, and it's a really well done book. I highly recommend it. It is a delightful, quick read. It's only about 350 pages, so it is really, really well done storytelling. I can't really say any more because I don't want to give anything away, but really wonderful book of Chris's. So,
can you just state what the book is again?
oh yeah, the book is called The Lesser Dead by Christopher Buhlman, and that's one of his older books. You should be able to find it as a paperback book. Really well done. So go check that out. I also picked up a copy of The Priory of the Orange Tree, which I only just started last night, so it'll be a little while before I have a review on that, but so far, so good, although I'm only just learning the world and the players. A cool thing that we got to do, yesterday we stopped in Baltimore, and we went to one of our very favorite restaurants there. We mostly hung out in Fells Point, which is one of the coolest sections of Baltimore, I think, and we went to one of our favorite restaurants in Baltimore called Johnny Rad's. It's a really cool little bar on Eastern, and they make excellent pizza. So we enjoyed the pizza and the skateboarding videos that were on the TVs, which is definitely a selling point for me. I give no shits about sports ball, so it's cool to go into a bar where I don't have to be subjected to that. And I once upon a time was an avid skateboarder, so it's really cool to see videos, old and new, playing in the place. And from there, we went to the Soundgarden, which is a really cool record store. They have records, they have CDs, they have all kinds of cool decorations and paraphernalia, and it's just great to actually be at a record store and look through racks and hear music on like a stereo. And it was a gorgeous day yesterday here and there, and there were a lot of people that were in the store, and it made me feel really good to see people in a record store buying music, because I don't know if I've talked about this a whole lot on the show, but I'm a little bit concerned that most of what most of us own in terms of media, if we own it at all, is all cloud-based anymore. So we're all like a server crash away from losing a record collection, which is horrifying, I think. But also, it kind of changes the way that we look at music. I mean, I am one of those people that the first time I listen to something, there was a time that I enjoyed reading through the liner notes, and liner notes don't exist anymore. So anyway, that was a nice historical moment. From there, we got a nice London Fog at one of the local coffee shops. For those of you who don't know, a London Fog is steamed milk and Earl Grey tea, which is just delightful. And we went to a local bookstore called Greedy Reads.
Yeah, Greedy Reads.
Which is where I brought
Cool.
the Priority of the Orange Tree.
Tiny little bookstore in Fells Point,
Yeah.
Baltimore.
But all of that was kind
And-
of peripheral.
And there was like a
adventures.
ton of people in the bookstore too, which was really cool.
Yeah, tiny little bookstore.
There were like 10 people in it, and we're just like, this is so cool.
It
I
was
don't
pretty
know.
great.
I don't know.
It was a truly beautiful day, and it was nice to see the people of Baltimore out and about
I
and
don't know,
enjoying
yeah.
Fells Point. So Fells Point, cool as it is, was not our main objective for the day.
Nope.
We were in town to see Happenstance Theater's production of Cabaret Noir.
Yes.
And for those of you who don't know, Happenstance Theater is a joy and a delight.
Amazing people, very talented.
Yeah, everybody in the troupe has a little bit of interdisciplinary, like they're all good actors. They all have good movement, like whether that's dancing or that was mime or another physical discipline. And they're all really decent singers and musicians.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see the way that they weave all of that into like a show that a lot happens in a very short amount of time. And I mean, there's a reason why they call it Cabaret Noir. There's a lot that goes into it. So it's kind of all these cool little vignettes that are inspired by and reminiscent of the wonderful film noir movies of the 40s and 50s. And we had a blast. I would recommend you go check it out. They have one more weekend to go. The tickets are not terribly expensive. It's a great way to support local artists and see a really great show. I kind of wish we lived closer because I'm pretty sure I would go more than once. It's amazing how quickly the 90 minutes flies by. They just do such a good job with keeping the pacing and maintaining interest. I don't want to talk too much about what happens in it because I don't want to give away any of those surprises, but we went to see their show last year for Halloween, which was Cabaret Macabre. And those were based on the Edward Gorey illustrations. And, you know, they did some similar things, but I think one of the hallmarks of Happenstance Theater Group is they are just expert at setting up all kinds of expectations and then surprising you when they make little twists. So, really delightful show. I highly recommend it. It is a little on the dark side, so I don't know that I would recommend it for people with little kids, but like later elementary age kids should be just fine. And any older, I mean, if you enjoy noir movies, you'll have a blast. Really, really well done, really funny, and also quite beautiful. So go check them out. Happenstance Theater at the Baltimore Theater Project, performing Cabaret Noir. They have one more weekend. This coming weekend is going to be it. So if you miss it, you really missed out. So, and those are my local theater reviews for this weekend.
Tune in next week as we...
Well, I suppose I should probably play some music, huh?
People are just wondering when you're going to play a song.
Oh, well, I'm working on that right now.
What's up
and,
next?
I'm going to say this is another one that is exceedingly likely to be on the new album.
Ooh.
I'm not really sure how many songs are going to be on it, but we'll talk a bit more of that in a little bit. I want to play some more music right now. in the recesses of deepest watches of overwhelmed, surrounded by traces of can't remove the tendrils of dreadful certainty of clouded judgment of and the stakes are hard, much too close to call. Every choice is wrong. None go left unharmed. Shadows grow in us. Can't afford to trust. Reality remains heard rising awake. No matter how good or great, no way ahead unstained. Pull back on the frame. Just what is this game? Why are we this way? What if all the rules change? All right. So,
So they said the guitar sounds good even through a dinky tablet speaker. I was like, oh, because it's a
well,
Taylor.
that's good.
Where did you get that guitar? I don't remember the story now with that guitar.
I mean, I just ordered it through Sweetwater. That's not the one you... No, it's not the actual one that I played, but I was in Mesa, Arizona during the Arizona Renaissance Festival, visiting this really cool music store in downtown Mesa with my Uncle Jim. And we were kind of looking around, and the salespeople let us into the nice acoustic room. And I saw, this is a Taylor 250 CE. And I was really, really excited when I saw it and got a chance to play it. And that was kind of it. I mean, I sort of made up my decision at that point. So I regret nothing.
I kind of remember now that we did the unboxing video in Arizona
Oh, yeah.
because you got it delivered there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we did an unboxing video, which is that on your channel? The unboxing? Did we ever put that up?
I don't know.
Oh no,
I don't think so.
Yeah,
we
that
should
was-
probably put that up on the YouTube channel. But that,
Yeah.
I unboxed it at the Monks Park stage where Mark Williams and I were performing
last year
during that
or
run.
this year. Gosh,
It was earlier this year.
earlier this year.
It feels like
It
a
feels
much
like-
longer time ago. There have been many fairs between then and now, but no, that was this year. I don't know. I don't think so.
We're just doing some sound maintenance here, making sure everything's coming through for you all.
Okay. So, anyway, I've been hard at work. I've been hard at work on a solo album, and I have been wanting to do this album since, well, right before COVID, and a lot of things have changed, and getting out on the road and performing at Ren fairs definitely made it harder to get stuff finished and recorded properly. But I came out of this season not only with a plan, but with a lot more songs. So my original idea about the track listing has somewhat exploded. So I've written more songs in the last 3 months than I've written in the last 10 years. And I don't know that all of them are equally good, but I feel pretty solidly about most of them. So there's a lot of stuff that I haven't played on the show yet because I've been trying to work out the arrangement a little bit better. And I kind of want to debut the songs when they're a little more finished than I've done previously. So anyway, I'm really excited about all of those prospects.
Can I ask you one more question about the guitar?
Yeah.
Do you find it difficult to tune your strings because there's 12 of them? Is it like...
I don't really know. I mean, I don't think... There are a lot of jokes about, like, you tune a 12-string for, like, 20 minutes and then you can play a song. But, I mean, this is the third 12-string that I've had, and none of them have really been a pain. The Ibanez that I was playing for a long time wasn't a terribly expensive guitar, and I was really happy with how well it stayed in tune. I can usually tune at the beginning of a show, and I can play, I mean, at a Ren fair, I'm only playing for a half hour most of the time, so it's pretty easy to stay in tune for that, even if the weather's changing a little. But, like, even on a Monday night, I've almost never had to like, stop to tune. This guitar in particular, it stays in tune really well. I've been playing Elixir strings on it since I bought it, and I actually really need to change the strings on this guitar in the next week or two, because I want them broken in by the time Yuletide at Pennsylvania Ren Fair starts. But between using good strings and having a well-made guitar, it's pretty easy to tune. I mean, it doesn't take long. It stays in tune well. I think it sounds good. So, and even I don't really use a capo much higher than 3rd fret ever. So, I mean, intonation's pretty decent, which is pretty great. This is the only guitar I've ever bought that I have done nothing by way of modification to, so it feels more playable. Like I've done nothing different to the setup of this guitar. It played really well right out of the shipping carton. So
Yeah,
which
that's amazing.
is pretty
It's really
stunning.
cool, yeah.
So
cool. Thanks.
Yeah, I can't say enough good things about Taylor Guitars. So if you're watching and you work for Taylor, I would love to be one of your featured artists because, well, who wouldn't? They make fine products, and I can't say enough good things. So, but yeah, and I think part of the reason why I've been writing, I changed my writing process a little bit, where before I would kind of like not leave one song for months or longer, just polishing it and trying to like, get it as right as I could. Now I'm working on multiple songs at a time, and I'm trying to get them as finished as I can in like a really short amount of time. So like when I say a really short amount of time, I mean like an hour or less. And it's pretty funny because like a lot of rough sketches, you don't need much time to get your main idea down. And then it's just a matter of like figuring out if it needs any other parts to like create contrast or kind of like change the focus a little or make it more interesting. So I've been really happy with the new process. So a lot of new songs to share. Some of them I don't think are going to be ready by the time this record's done being recorded, but I'm still going to demo them, and I'm still going to try and get them on the record. So it could end up being a double album. I really don't know, but I'm pretty excited. Every other recording I've ever done, there was always like I've always had all these doubts and all this anxiety about, I don't know if this is going to work. And this album is unique in that I feel very little, if any, anxiety at all. I feel really excited, and most of that is I'm not worried about what's going to come out. It's exciting to see how the songs are developing, and I feel more like I'm discovering or uncovering the songs than I'm like trying to make anything in particular happen. So that's kind of a good feeling. So I like to think some of that is because I've leveled up a little in the last couple of years, but I've really been having a good time so far. So hopefully that will be reflected in a final product that all of you will not only want to listen to, but you'll want to buy so I can keep making more records. But anyway, I'm really excited, and some of that has to do with I feel a lot more confident as a songwriter, and I feel better about what I have on offer. So speaking of which, That is another song that's probably going to be on the new album.
I think you should put it on the new album. I think that's a solid song.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. That song's called Delphine.
One vote.
We've got one vote for Delphine. That song's based on a Christopher Buehlman book, Between Two Fires, which it is often in the horror section, but I don't know that I agree with that classification entirely. There's some things about the book that are incredibly beautiful and I think transcend the genre, but I think Chris generally transcends the genre that he writes in, whether it's fantasy or horror. So anyway, I commend you to Between Two Fires by Christopher Buehlman if you like that song.
I mean, just all the books by Christopher Buehlman, really.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I mean, they're very good.
Yeah.
They're well written. They're easy, quick. Like you can't put it down. You want to know. You're like, ah.
Yeah.
And I don't consider myself like an avid reader per se, as much as Jeremy. He can read much quicker than me. So I'm always like, oh, if I find, for me, it's like, oh yeah, it's really good. You should check it out. So check it out.
Yeah, I'll read no matter what. So anyway, yeah. I would check him out. Check out Christopher Buehlman. So yeah. So there's a lot at stake in tomorrow's general election, and I think there are a lot of reasons why I think it's important to support Kamala Harris. One of which is she's very likely to continue and lead Western support for Ukraine, which, as many of you know, was invaded by Russia a few years ago now, and the war is not going very well for Ukraine right now. And I think the West really needs to support their ally. And part of that is because if Ukraine falls, it's going to embolden autocrats to attack other places. And we can't let that happen. We have to defend democracy both at home and abroad. And while I am often intensely skeptical of the kinds of wars that we have had to defend democracy, this one feels like it needs our support. And the evidence, if you've been following the news, also supports that. So anyway, I hope you're all voting tomorrow. And I hope you're all voting for Kamala Harris, because the other alternative is weakened democracy at home and abroad. So anyway, I wrote this song when Putin sent troops to try and take Ukraine. There was a story floating around at the time. If you do a YouTube search, you'll probably find it. An older woman haranguing a young Russian soldier, asking him what he's doing in her country, and pushing a package of sunflower seeds, which is the national flower of Ukraine, on this soldier, and basically saying, like, put it in your pocket and improve the world by becoming fertilizer for the flowers. And there was something about that kind of courage, her having the nerve to confront the soldier in the way that she did, that I wrote this song to honor her and Ukraine. Take these seeds with you as you go. May anyway, hopefully Ukraine will be free from Russian invaders soon. But until then, may the people of Ukraine continue to be strong. So, here's another song that will almost definitely be on the upcoming album. Deliver us from madmen and fools. Deliver us from the stupid and cruel. Deliver us from destruction we've made. Deliver us from the trust we break. Deliver us from the climate we change. Deliver us from fire and earthquake. Deliver us from winds, flood, and hurricane. Deliver us from resources we drain. Deliver us from a lack of confidence. Deliver us from our anger misspent. Deliver us from depression that chokes. Deliver us from our absence of hope. Deliver us from partition and divide. Deliver us from our fear and our pride. Deliver us from depression that chokes. Deliver us from our absence of hope. Deliver us from madmen and fools. Deliver us from the stupid and cruel. Deliver us from destruction we've made. Deliver us from the trust we break. Glory, hallelujah, hallowed be thy name. When the shit show's outdone, love's finally won. We'll all join in one voice and sing. Glory, Well, friends, there comes a time where veterans of the show will know that I have good news and I have bad news. And I know to give the bad news first so as to not drag out the agony. Friends, we only have time for one more song.
Boo.
I know.
Oh.
But the good news, friends, is that we have time for one more song.
Yay!
And,
Huzzah!
However things may turn out tomorrow, whatever may happen over the coming weeks and months, I'm going to choose to follow the wisdom of the mighty Phoenix.
what's lost, burn to ash and then rise, burning up in a day into fire's embrace. This isn't the end, only a change. From the ashes I'll rise to a new stage of life. I make way for what's lost, burn to ash and then rise, burning up in a day
Well, friends, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. It's always lovely catching up with all of you on a Monday night. So until next week, love you all. See you next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Good night.